Hello everybody, today's video will be solving another problem, but this time it's going to be another Codeforces problem, but a DIV2 second problem, B problem. It's not that difficult, but uh, yeah, it's just simple little observation that will solve the whole problem. That's the style of DIV2 second problems in Codeforces. So let's read the problem. Odd sum. You are given a sequence a1, a2, an of integer number of length n. Your task is to find such subsequence that its sum is odd and maximum among all such subsequences. It's guaranteed that given sequence contains subsequence with odd sum. Subsequence is a sequence that can be derived from another sequence by deleting some elements without changing the order of the remaining elements. You should write a program which finds some of the best subsequence. Anyways, let me just make an example of what a subsequence is. For example, given this array 1 minus 1 6, 5, 8, for example. A subsequence here could be 1, 6, 5. Like it's type of a subset, but it's consecutive, but not in the way like this, then this, then this, not this and this. But it could be the same in sums because we are going to move in the both ways. That's why. Okay, so yeah, normally the subsequence definition is understandable, pretty basic. Like it's we just take some number of numbers without repetition from the array. For example, here I will take this and this and this. That's the subsequence. This and this and this and this. It's another subsequence. Like yeah, you can also do this, and this. It's a subsequence too. Okay. So I hope now the principle is pretty clear. Now let us work on the problem. They said that they want the maximum odd sum. For example, here the maximum odd sum is 3 because the maximum one is 2 and 1. So it's gonna be 3. And the thing about negative, so here we can make a little observation is that when the positive positive the sum of of the positive positive numbers is already is odd, then we simply output the sum of positive numbers. It's pretty easy for subtask here. Now the problem comes when the sum of positive numbers is not odd, it's even. When it's even, then we need to find a new strategy, but it's not far behind from that strategy. First, to maximize the sum, it's for sure we need first to search to wait. My God. First thing we gotta do, it's to maximize the sum is always like sum of all the positive numbers. Here we don't care whether if they are odd, so we directly output the sum. If they're not odd, then we make this process. Already to maximize the sum, we need all the positive numbers. Then we gotta check in all the positive numbers if like in this case, the sum of the positive if numbers is even is even. Sum mod mod 2 is equal to, okay, sum, sorry, here the sum mod 2 is equal to 0, then we know it's even, and yeah. So we gotta do something. First thing we gotta do is to think about the negative numbers. How are we going to use the negative numbers? Let us first use the positive numbers because they are easier to observe. Like if we have a negative number, an even number, we can write it, for example, n is even, we can write it as this, 2q. To make the this number, to make it odd, we need to add a number that is odd. So to make n odd, okay, we need to do something like n to q plus this number plus x, for example, and this x should be odd, like so it should come to something like this: 2 of p plus 1. Yes, this. Then we can simply like it will become something like this: n is equal to 2 2p plus q, then add the plus 1, so the modulo is 1, so it's odd. Here that's the proof that we need to add a number that is odd. The Here we have the maximum sum of positive numbers, so we need to subtract. That's to add we need something like this. But if you have the maximum sum and it's like this, so we gotta see the number that we're going to subtract. This is the proof for when we're going to add. We don't need it actually, but we may be needed, but I'm not sure. But this is my first time to solving the problem. So n is equal to 2q. Same thing. Now I'm going to subtract some number x to make n odd. N is equal to 2q minus, this number should be obviously it should be odd. Yeah, it should be odd because now this is the odd number. Here we find the odd number like this. It's something like this. Then we can make it n is equal to what? N is equal to 2 of q plus p, and then we add the plus 1. So not plus, sorry, minus. Yeah, so now it's odd. So we need to subtract a number that is odd. A number that is odd. We should subtract a number that is odd. But to maximize the sum, we need to subtract the minimum odd number. So which should give us the minimum odd number should give us the maximum odd sum if the sum is even. This is when we talking about positive numbers. But now let's talk about negative numbers. Negative numbers, both of them will give two different results, or maybe the same. But now let's talk about negative numbers. Negative numbers, we will simply use this add thing. So it's literally just the same. we need to find not the the maximum the maximum we need to find the maximum odd maximum negative number in the array, and then we simply add it to the sum. Maximum odd negative number, odd, we need it to be odd so we can have a sum that is odd. Then we will obviously find freaking what we will find the not sum and which is maximized. First thing, like we're going to try each test of them, each option. We'll be trying the positive option and the negative option, and we're just going to compare and take the maximum uh, between them, and then we just solve the problem. So let me okay, sorry. Okay, let us go back here. Okay, so we got the problem. Now we're gonna solve it. Okay, so we wait. Then we simply are going to take our input and CNN like this. Then we take our vector. We make a vector of an element. I always prefer vectors, but because they make like memory, it's allocated dynamically, but it's good for a density list. But technically you can say that arrays are better because they are faster and they have fixed like things, but I don't know why, but I always use a vector. It won't change big thing in talking about the. Let's go to the part of doing the finding the sum in the sum even. The sum it starts at 0, then we simply here if the this number is bigger or equal to 0, then we add it to the sum we add to it yeah, and if it's not, then we'll just see the int max max negative that so it will start as a low number like this. But let me see the constraints first. They said that it should work like this. So it's gonna be minus 10 to the power of 9. And now let's just see min odd positive. This is equal to how much, like 0. Sure. Then we simply use positive if let's simply set min positive to min of min positive and this one. Else it's odd, obviously we're going to make max neg is equal to max neg and v to g. Then simply if the sum, okay, and of course we gotta do the check. This is done if G is odd. Like this thing is replacing is equal to 1 because 1 is true and 0 is false. If it's even, then it will be false and won't enter this if. Okay, fine. Now let's simply here do this same thing if uh, the G mod 2. Then it's gotta be same thing. Normally it should work. I mean, yeah, that's right. Should be odd and yeah, that's right. Then we'll check if the sum mod 2 is equal to, if not sum mod 2. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, to make it, if it's even, if it's odd, sorry, if it's odd, then we simply see out, see out sum and it's over for us. Else, I'll be doing see out whereas which is max of sum minus max neg min pause and sum plus max neg. Should work. Why is it in? Isn't it working? Yeah, it's working, I guess now. Yeah, it's working. Simply, what's happening? Sorry. This is some. It's happening because it's sometimes it lags like this. VS Code, I think that VS Code is the best compiler, even though they use a lot of codings for the black theme and everything. Yeah, that's right. Now this one should output -1 too. This one, what? They're white. It's white actually. Oh, but that's even. So how are they outputting something that is even? What? That's odd. Mm, Like if sum mod 2 is equal to, what's wrong? Okay, if the sum is equal to 0, then 0 sum. Let us see out sum first to debug. Oh, let us use that. So this won't affect sum. Okay, then min pause the minimum number. Yeah, actually, there's something that I think it's pretty fishy somewhere, but I think that this is the main idea. Max snag. Okay, max snag. Now it should work. No, I don't know whether it should work, but I mean, like, we should see whether it's. So this way, we simply copy paste all of. Okay, so that's here. The sum is 0. What? What is that? What is that? Sum should change. G. What's happening? What's happening? Like the min is right. The ah, what? What? What's happening here? Wait. Sorry. Something's wrong in here. I'm going to check it. Sorry if I made a mistake. The sum should be linked. Okay. What could be wrong? What could be wrong? We said the sum. Then what? Sum minus 3 is like what? Minus 3 is the max neg, and 2 is the min pause. What? I don't know what's happening here, but here, just see whether sum is updating or not. See how it sounds, just to see whether the sum updated. Wasting a lot of time, yeah, for everybody, for me, for you. Pretty down, like very down. The problem is pretty easy, the implementation is easy, but I'm down, sorry. So to solve this, min post should be a big number. And it's over. DG for us, it's AC for sure. Okay, so that should be correct. Sometimes I see myself in the mirror and say, I'm not human in a bad way. Like now it's correct. Okay, let us. Okay, first the problem here. Just submit and the sum like it's 10 to the power 4. In in the worst case, like it should be 10 to the power 9, so um, it suits into the uh, the limits of net digital, so that's okay. We don't need long in this problem. Okay, hope it's AC, hope it's AC. Whether, and I will do okay, should, what? Okay, so, yeah, that's the mistake. I see out of the sum. Yeah, that's the thing about Sir. Sir should change it. Okay, so now simply do this. Then we of course will do a binary search problem. If you know binary search, of course, everybody knows it. Okay, submit now. Now, yeah, it's correct. Submit and say C. I hope so, but I think that will be easy. Okay, yeah, AC. Oh, all those tests. Okay, fine. We got AC. That's pretty nice. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed the video, and yeah, this is my code for the last time. And with my darkness, I'm very sorry. Hope that you understood the concept and how I found the solution. That's it. Well, bye and thank you all for watching.